Hi, welcome to Cosmic Turtles. My name is Tina, and today we're doing a tarot card reading. We're using the Night Sun Tarot. The images, viewer discretion advised, I guess, because the images are a little darker than regular tarot that are all sunshines and rainbows and unicorns. And I just like this because, look, the main design is that little arrow thing that you use for the Ouija board. I'm the one that added the gold to it myself. All right, so let's see what we got. Ooh, you start off. 4 Pentacles. Hold on to your wealth. Hold on to your abundance. Don't go spending foolishly. And then you have 5 of Swords. It could be what you have is giving some mental arguments in your head. You might be thinking it's not enough. I'm sure it could be looked at different ways. I'm just going with the first one that comes through and looking at the imagery, but we'll put some clarifiers. 5 of Swords. Self-inflicted wounds. Self-inflicted. It's self-doubt. It affects your confidence. So your abundance can only grow if you believe in yourself. Okay? Haha. Justice. Look at that. Look at that for a cool card. Justice. Justice is in your favor, or it's being done or dealt with. And then the Lovers. Look at that. So there's, instead of self-hatred, the narrative on the inside, the monologue, dialogue that you have, is actually changing to encouragement. You're doing it for yourself. The Hierophant. Look at that. You got the universe that's helping you out. The whole universe. We have 2 regular cards and 3 major arcana. Now let's use the Black Moon astrology cards for clarifiers and also who we could have to do with. It's a quick one. Doesn't have to be long all the time. That's one I wanted to do. Uranus is a genius. So look up your chart if you like. There is a genius plan here. It was set up by the universe, and you're listening. Okay. We have Scorpio, I transform. So you could have it in your sun, moon, or rising. It is a water sign. And then there we go. Water element, sensing. So Scorpio, sensing. Seeing the genius plan. Let's see here. Everything happens in divine timing. And it doesn't always go when we want it to happen, right? I'd like my health back tomorrow, right away, yesterday. But that's not how it happens. There's a process. That's why we hear often, trust the process. Right? Okay, now I'm using the Queen of the Moon Oracle. These are words. Let's see what we got. We'll get a few of these for this collective. One came out. It says resilience. So through this whole adventure, you've been hanging on to the finances, the abundance that you have. I'll go with the pentacles, like the actual finances. You've been holding on to it, and you were stuck in your head at the same time, trying to figure out if you're going to get through this, if you're going to still have a roof over your head, if you're still going to be able to make that payment. You're being wise in your spending. The Justice card is there. It says you're resilient. And look at how many like little plants is on top of this person. Let me just move this. There, you can see it better. Okay, some of these are like 4-leaf clovers in there. Okay, so Justice is with you. You got the backing from the universe, from the creator, divine source, from your subconscious. You're entering a new beginning because you already got through the worst part. This new beginning will have a lot of peace surrounding you. It'll be very pure. You'll see the purity of people's intent. And you see how they're blindfolded and they can see? Because you'll even be able to see in the darkness. And you see that? Purity. Just like you got a yin-yang thing. This is the Lovers. You can see the light, the dark. And you're at peace with the whole thing. And that's the new beginning. And the new beginning will start when the full moon comes out. If your moon is in Scorpio. Okay, or if you're some type of water sign, but this is I transform. So look in your chart to see where Scorpio's at. And see where the planet Uranus is in your chart. You'll find it at the back. Okay, I'm kidding. No, Uranus is a good planet, okay? And through it all, you've been resilient. Totally. We go through the motions over and over and over, and it's only because there's one little piece we missed. So we'll restart it, the cycle. We'll go through it again. But this time we got that piece. Then we'll go through it again. Oh, now I got that piece. Now you don't have to go through it again. Okay? So we go through the whole cycles over and over and over and over and over until we know thyself. And then we do it again, over and over and over and over again, just until we find our purpose. And then we go through it over and over and over again. And then it becomes completion. Like, it takes a while. All right. Thank you to all my new subscribers, old subscribers. I'm recording on my phone. I don't know if it'll just kick out or not. Depends how much space I got. Oh, excuse me. So, yes, thank you to all the new subscribers, old ones, new ones, future ones. I thank you for all your support. Leave a comment down below. Tell me how this resonates. I put it there, and it may not make sense to me, but it could make sense to someone out there. All right. So this has been your reading. We'll see you in the next reading.